Hey Autocons, what's going on? This is Dalton at Daltonians TFs, and today we're looking at a very large review. I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible, so I'm not going to do any transformations. Plus, well, let's just go ahead and get into it. This is going to be over Perfect Effects Warden. Like I said, I'm not going to go over the transformations. I had enough trouble getting them into this mode. I don't want you hearing me swearing and cussing and carrying on. I know a lot of people would actually get a kick out of that. Yes, I know who you people are. So yeah, I'm not getting into the transformation on this. It's just crazy trying to get all these tabs locked in. It took me at least 20-30 minutes to get this mode put together. So I'll be doing a little bit of editing in this video. I'm going to try and keep it as short as I can, like I said. But as you can see, he's in his Canon Tank mode, looking really awesome. The treads do roll independently, but it's really hard to get them to roll on this surface, especially with the joints being ball joints. So it just weighs down the whole tank, but it does look fairly nice. Let's spin it around here. You get that nice big cannon there. Now, I will say right off the bat, I do not have the original Fortress Maximus mold. If I did, I would definitely love to do a shot of, you know, putting his head mode on that figure, but like I said, unfortunately I don't. If I do happen to get Fort Max soon at some point, I will do an update, you know, showing that, but I bet by now everyone's seen the head mode. So without further ado, let me get this guy transformed into his head mode so I can show that off real quick, and I'll be back. Alright, and now that we've got all that transformation out of the way, we now have Warden in his Commander mode, which is basically the head mode of your G1 or Encore Fort Max, and he does look really good. If I can get the line in there, you can see nicely painted out throughout there. Some nice red eyes there, some red paint there, and just it's a little iffy right here. I mean, it is kind of a large head, you know, front to back rather than side to side. I like these little horn pieces. They are made out of a die cast, so along with these little pieces right here. And there's the back. Not a whole lot to it. You can also store the Spike figure in here if you want to. But another thing you get with this, for this mode, is this big cannon that you can actually use with your G1 Fort Max. So yeah, that's really cool. Got a little piece of translucent green in there. I mean, it's really simple for this. I mean, it just, from the Canon Tank, it goes from that to that. And it does fit in the hand of the original Fort Max. So that's pretty much it. So let me cut again, and we'll get this guy into his robot mode. Here we have, well, Warden's torso and limbs in robot mode. Now, of course, there is also his headmaster, or, you know, depending on what universe you go with. If you go by G1 and him turning into the head of Fort Max, this would be Spike and Cerebros. But if you go by the Japanese, this is Fortress Maximus. I guess this would be Maximus, I don't know. So that, just a little headmaster guy. He's got nothing at the head, but some nice light piping. You gotta admit that. Little ball jointed shoulders, little swivels here at the shoulder or elbows. Nothing at the waist. I mean, it does have an ab crunch, but that's for the transformation. Ball jointed knees, bends at the knees, or ball jointed hips and bends at the knees. Other than that, not a whole lot to him. So to get him into head mode, you just kind of push them together, and want to rotate this up first. Rotate this down. This tab will go into the back of his shoulders, just like so. Tabbing them into place. Now you've got him in head mode. You just pop this in up here. Simple enough. It's not going to cause a lot of problems with the transformation. Now, as far as weapons go, now before I go any further, I there is going to be an upgrade kit coming out for this guy sometime soon, I believe. The next month or two, I can't remember exactly. Sometime at the beginning of this next year. It'll give him a better rifle, new legs for his upgraded mode, and new knees. So it'll make him overall a lot bigger, more armed. But this is basically what you get for now. Just plug it into his hand, and he's got a little pistol with a handguard. So that is cool. Before we go any further on with like the super mode, I want to work on the Canon Tank, which, or not the Canon Tank, the Scout Tank, which in order to get that, you want to open this up. Rotate this little thing right here. There's a little piece of green translucent plastic. Rotate that up and close this back up. Like so. I want to take the little front piece here that was at the front of the Canon Tank and just put these little tabs into right here. Just like so. Then you take these little missile pods and place them wherever you wish on these tabs right here. I usually put them in like so, with the one tab on the single tab pieces on the front and the tri-tabbed pieces on the back. I don't know why, it's just something I do. And to get the full Canon Tank look, you want to rotate these down, kind of at about a 45-degree angle. And just rotate these for the Scout Tank. I don't know why I keep saying Canon Tank. And there you go. And you can put the little headmaster guy right here, and it'll be commanding the little Scout Tank. One thing I like to do is like to fold this all down. Put the cannon up here, and you got a mini version of the Canon Tank that's not going to be a major problem. And like I said, these are all on ball joints, and I dropped the gun. These do rotate around. So as you can see, they are rubber. But yeah, really cool. Real easy to get this all attached to them, so I'm not going to worry about editing all that out. Just leave these here. The only thing you want to do is open this, rotate this up, fold this back underneath and into there. You want to leave this unfolded, and you've got this big open section here. On the back, you want to pull these pieces off. These will go somewhere else in the robot mode. And you can just take this, and there's two slots here, a little opening here with two tabs. I'll just slide that over his back and into place. It'll just tab itself into place there. Now for this, you want to just rotate these up all the way, and these tabs will go into slots right there on the shoulders. Just put that on like so, and let's see if I can get them to tab into place. Rotate down and down. And there you got him in his super mode. Actually, almost. We need to rotate out these little tabs right here on the sides. And these will just plug into the side of his calves. Like so. And for the little cannon, you just fold it back, fold in the handle. And then there's that slot right there, a little tab there on the bottom, we'll peg in there, and there you got him in his super mode, almost complete. You want to lift up this little post here, actually rotate it around, and transform the cannon like we're going to have it back in the Canon Tank mode, except now you want to reach back here and open that little lever, or little post. And this, you just open up the hands. Actually, why don't I go into articulation first before I put the cannon in. The joint for his neck is on a ball joint. Shoulders are on a swivel to go up and down, attached to here, but that's part of the transformation. But swivel up and down here, on a hinge here, and here. Rotates at the bicep. Elbow joint, pretty good. I mean, you got a nice range of motion there. He's got ratcheted waist, ab crunch. He's got hips, or ratcheted hips, but they're kind of worn ratchets. I mean, it's just tight. I wouldn't say it's a ratchet, it's just more of a swivel. It does rotate at the thigh. Bends a little over 90 degrees at the knee. And he's got ball jointed feet. And the toes and the heels are each on little hinges. And those whole backpack's coming undone. Peg that back into place. So very well articulated, and as you can see, he can stand on his own. You don't need to use the stand that he comes with. It's just a matter of getting him to balance just right. But you can take this, plug it into his hand like so, close his fist around it, and the same for this post here. You just want to get his hand, nope, get it into his hand, if I can stop dropping it. There we go. And there you've got Warden holding his big, well, his BFG. And like I said before, he does come with a stand, but he doesn't really need it. So, yeah, I really do enjoy this figure quite a bit. So, want to thank Primal Sabbath for giving me the good deal I got on this guy. His link is down in the description below and right there. Other than that, that's pretty much it. You can find me on YouTube or on Facebook and Twitter. Those will also be down in the description below. They're both Daltonian STFs, so fairly simple to find. And I will be seeing you guys Friday, hopefully a much shorter video than this one. I'll see you guys later.